Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of A Week in Books, or my weekly reading recap series I have going on. I believe this is week 15, if I'm not mistaken, and it's quite an exciting one, so make sure you watch until the end. We got a lot to talk about today, most of it book related, but before we jump into things, if you're new here, consider subscribing, give it a like if you liked it. It helps the channel out a ton. I love making these videos, clearly. I think this is my 50th video on the channel in 4 months or so. Going well. Let me know what you guys think of the videos down below. But without further ado, let's get to talking books. Well, let's just talk this past week first, I guess. I've been dabbling in some health and fitness content. Well, dare say fitness. There's almost no fitness in those videos, but I do, or have been, and a goal of mine has been to be a bit more active with my 9-to-5 job. It's hard to find the time, so I'm trying to be purposeful and find that time. So my workouts this week were pretty abysmal. I'm trying this whole waking up at 5:30 a.m., working out before work. I gotta be at work at 7:30, so it's a bit tough in that regard. And yeah, I just think the sleeplessness was catching up to me. My first 3 workouts, if I'm not mistaken, this past week were pretty shit. Woke up late Thursday, overslept my alarm, late being like 6:10, 6:15, naturally, and I had a great workout. So I guess those first 3 workouts were just an indicator that I needed more sleep. So trying to make it a priority to go to bed a bit earlier, staying away from caffeine past 2 p.m., things of that nature. My body needed to rest, and that was okay. So here's to another week of great reading, great workouts. Now into the books, the nitty-gritty stuff. This is the exciting part. I went and saw a play about books. You'll never guess what it's called. It's called The Book Club Play, a play about book clubs. And I thought it was fantastic. It was my first sort of real play I'd ever been to. My girlfriend is very much into the theatrical arts and art in general. And this was her idea, but I got to pick the play, and this was the perfect opportunity. And yeah, it was great. The premise of the play, without giving it away too much, is that there's this book club, this small book club of 5 people, and they were selected by this Danish filmmaker to record their book clubs and basically make it into a documentary. It's a comedy at its core, so it's very funny, but the intellectual moments are not missed as well. It's broken up into a series of 5 book club meetings, 2 weeks in between, each discussing a book that a member of the club chooses. It starts with Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Then goes into Wuthering Heights by Bronte. They read and talk about Tarzan. I don't have that book with me. They talk about Twilight. I also don't have that book with me. And then they also talk about Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code. So, safe to say, something in it for everyone, for all readers. You don't have to have read any of the books to make sense of the play. And there was also no real spoilers out of any of the books. They walked a very fine line where they talked about the books in a way that you knew what was happening, but they didn't really give any major plot elements away. And it was great. Here's the little playbill for it, the book club play. Disregard this one called Birthday Candles. It's sort of a dual one. And I thought it was really well done. They gave out free bookmarks. They had a book exchange out front that you could take books, leave a book and take a book. There was nothing that really suited my fancy. So I did not partake, but they gave out book club bookmarks as well, and it even had like a little reading list on the back. You see Moby Dick, The Age of Innocence, Wuthering Heights is not on there, but Twilight and The Da Vinci Code. Tarzan was also not on that reading list. But yeah, I thought it was very, very well done. There's a whole, I'm pulling up the playbill now. They had a sources list, and when I say sources list, I guess it's just the book club play reading list. So here are all the books that the play mentioned. You can go ahead and pause the video or take a screenshot if you like. I'll read off some of the more influential works. Obviously Moby Dick, they have Paradise Lost, Age of Innocence, Old Yeller, Wuthering Heights, Beloved, Devil in a Blue Dress, The Old Man and the Sea, 50 Shades of Grey, The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Ulysses, The Da Vinci Code, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Lolita, Lord of the Flies, Gone with the Wind, Jane Eyre, Don Quixote, War and Peace, Charlotte's Web. That's not even all of them. Those are just the well-known ones, at least the ones I knew better. And yeah, but those 5 books I mentioned previously are ones that the book club was based on. The 5 meetings we're talking about those 5 books, but these books were mentioned in passing in comparison and things like that. And I thought the play was excellent. I really liked it. It was long. I think it was 2 hours long, maybe. I don't know. It was good regardless. Time flew. So yeah, and that inspired me. I had never, on that bookmark, the reading club they prescribed before attending the theater, if you like to partake in. I hadn't read any of those books, and so I'm gonna read, or I am currently reading, and what has inspired me to pick up and start reading Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I saw the play Saturday night, or I guess Saturday afternoon. We went and saw the Blue Plate matinee old person special, and then got dinner afterwards at like 4:30. But yeah, inspired me to pick up Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Got this cool edition. This is the Laurel Press edition from 1987, printed in London. Book originally came out in 1851. American icon. I don't really need to say a whole lot about this book. It is surprisingly readable. I am about 60 pages in. This edition, I will say, the words are tiny, and so 60 pages is quite a bit. I think this printing of it has less than 400, and I think that the paperback version of the book has like 650. So it is quite the beefy book. I'm chugging through it. It's surprisingly readable for being 175 years old, and I'm liking it very much so, more than I thought I would be. So chipping away through that. Clearly it's been a day since I've read it, and I'm 60 pages in out of less than 400. Yeah, I guess that's my latest read. Alongside still, obviously, for my own book club, I guess we'll call it a book club because it's more than just a buddy read now. My own online, not my own, I'm part of, I guess, this online book club with a couple other cool cats and kittens on the internet. We're reading Michael Crichton's Rising Sun. If you've watched my previous 2 installments this month of A Week in Books, I'm getting near the tail end of it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not blowing through it, just because I want to enjoy the story, and the story is enjoyable. The story is enjoyable. I'll say that. I'll save my thoughts for our video coming out regarding this book. I believe there's something in the works with a video fully on Michael Crichton's Rising Sun. But I am enjoying it. Excited to watch the movie afterwards, after I finish the book. Maybe do a little compare and contrast and see what's what. But yeah, I didn't want to... This is definitely a book I could blow through in a week if I wanted to. Speaking of word line spacing and word size, it's definitely on your side as opposed to that Moby Dick edition. But I'm just taking my time with it, enjoying it. I don't want to blow through it. I want it to still be fresh in my memory when we come to discuss the book, and so I'm taking my time with it, and it's been good. It's almost like I don't know, like an action movie. Maybe not even an action movie, like a detective movie playing in my head when I read it, which I think is only a positive thing. Makes sense because they made a movie about it as well. And I'm liking it. We'll see how it wraps up. Don't really know where it's going as of yet, which I guess that's part of the mystery thriller aspect of it. So in that sense, it's done its job. But yeah, that's the plan. Finish Rising Sun by the end of the month. And Moby Dick whenever I get around to reading it. I'm liking it. I'll probably knock out a couple, maybe 40 more pages tonight. And yeah, that about does it. I don't think I bought any books this week, so nothing new to share on that regard. Well, I did buy books, but they're not here yet. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. There may be a book haul video coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. Got some good ones off of that reading list that I showed you, which was also another thing. The book club play inspired me to start reading, I guess, more. The past 3 weeks or so, I've been reading slower, been reading less, which has been good, but focusing on other aspects, other hobbies of mine. But picked up Moby Dick and like just flew through the first 60 pages and was like, dang, this is why I like reading. So yeah, the play inspired me to grab a couple of books I did not have that sounded interesting off of their reading list, and we'll see whenever they come in. You already know, Thrift Book Special, the red tag deal. I just couldn't stay away. And yeah, we'll see when they get in. Ordered those the other day, I guess right after the play, while I was sitting there at dinner. And yeah, good stuff all around. Good books, good plays, good food, good workouts. It's been a good week. Nothing to complain about. Well, plenty to complain about, but I'm choosing not to. And that is the moral of the story. Fitting for Easter Sunday as I'm wrapping up this video here. But yeah, appreciate you watching up until this point. Hope you guys have a great week of reading, a great week of workouts if you're into that as well. More to come on the channel this coming week, so stay tuned for that. Consider subscribing if you're new. Give it a like if you liked it and things of that nature. Have a great week, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out, guys.